Those are our patent pending scientific method broadheads. They're not like Ashby Report style single bevel broadheads, even though the guy should be in the Hall of Fame. We're cutting the bevel the wrong way. We're trying to achieve 3-to-1 mechanical advantage, and single bevels don't work like that, even though mechanical advantage is based on pragmatism. 3-to-1 mechanical advantage. You see this one's a touch low and this one's out at 72 yards. That's horrible shooting for a 100 or 200 grain broadhead, but this is a 600 grain broadhead at 72 yards. This is real life. If you're building 1,000 grain arrow and you're looking into our, I gotta put the phone down, 315 grain broadhead, that's great. It's the best spin cutting 315 grain broadhead out there, but it's nothing like our 600 grain patent pending broadhead and all arrows that are 1,000 grains on up. Reset my scale. And we got some ridiculous wind out here today. I don't even know if this arrow will stay on the scale, but it doesn't really affect these arrows and these broadheads. You can build 40% or more FOC even with a lighted knock and a rear footing. The point isn't to have great shooting at 70 plus yards. The point is they'll fly at 70 plus yards with perfect arrow flight. Just my slider sight doesn't go any further. We can't guarantee you can hit the target. I think we were back there with the dicing drills at 140 yards. It doesn't mean you could shoot there. It just means the heads were guaranteed to fly there if you paper tune and walk back tune your bow. Much of what we've been socially engineered to believe about carbon risers from China and mechanical broadheads from China and static and dynamic spine of arrows and just about everything else in the archery industry is unfortunate. But I guess it's a business, so it's not about making the best that can be made. It's about making the best that can be made and making money. So we're just trying to make the best that can be made. If you notice, these broadheads are long, but they're also super thick, and they have a manipulated edge bevel, as all of our broadheads do, and that's really important. Like I say, the broadheads are being made to try to achieve 3-to-1 mechanical advantage, and the single bevels especially shouldn't be. They should be made shorter and thicker. The bevel should be cut differently in a different direction. We've cut 20-degree bevels, even sub 20-degree bevels where the bevel would go across the ferrule. It's just not the case. This has a 40-degree bevel, and it's great for edge retention and edge integrity, but it also does a lot of work.